Hey, Buffy's Angels. That's what we're doing today. It's an important episode. We're closing out season 4 of Angel. All right, Daniel Ehrenberg over here. I've seen him before. Logan Adair over there. He hasn't, although he watched him like last night, probably. Now, either JBs or B, all that shit. And so today we're covering episode 20 of season 7 of Buffy Touched. And we're also covering the season 4 finale of Angel, which is called Home. Logan, you want to say something?
Something.
I've just been talking.
Yeah, this was fun. We're done with Angel.
No, we're not.
Oh wait, there's another season. I forgot.
Yeah.
But this was your favorite season,
Yep.
and we're done with that. I don't think it
Mm-hmm.
was my favorite season. Probably third favorite, second or third favorite.
That's
Two and
fine.
three, I don't even know which one's my favorite between the two.
4 is my favorite, but I get that it's not everybody's, and I understand why. But we're gonna talk about a great episode this week, I think. And but first, let's talk about the Buffy, huh?
Mm-hmm. Touched. Was there not one untouched
That was
in
an
an
Angel
episode?
episode. We talked about
Ooh.
it last time.
That was last
Uh,
episode?
no. But you said the same thing in the last episode of this show.
Oh, whoops. Whoops. Sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. Are you good, Logan? Are you in like a bad mood?
I mean, it's
Are you
early.
are you are you annoyed that I made us wait 15 extra minutes?
I'm not annoyed.
Come on, man. Forgive
You
me.
asked me a question. What am I supposed to lie?
No, I can tell though. Usually, like I get on with you, and it's
Also, I
like,
went
all
to
right.
sleep last night not knowing what time it was. I got a text at like 1:30, like, this is what time we're doing the podcast. I was asleep at that time.
Well, when did you send me this text?
Like
Six
5 hours after you
forty-two.
replied to it.
Yeah, I didn't see it until I see what happened last night was I fell asleep pretty early, and then I had to wake up at like midnight and watch the episodes.
Hmm.
And so I didn't see that text until then.
Okay. I'd probably be less annoyed if we just got on with the episode.
All right. Well, yeah, all right. Jesus Christ.
You
All right.
brought it up. You
Because I wouldn't bring it up if you weren't palpably annoyed. I like feel your annoyance coming through the
well,
screen.
the listener probably doesn't
I bet they
until
do.
now.
They did. You're monotone. You're not saying anything substantive.
We just started.
I feel like you're trying to rush.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to think of another Ron Howard movie. I couldn't do it. I couldn't think of a thing. I'm trying to Parenthood.
Oh God. Parenthood. What does that mean?
You said I'm trying to rush. I was trying to make a Ron Howard directed
Because he
movie
he made a
show.
movie called Rush.
Yeah, see, I'm on it today. I just can't think of a title of a movie.
You just can't think of any of Ron Howard's
I'm
35
Solo, a Star
movies.
Wars story.
Oh my God. You
Uh,
wish you were Solo, a Star Wars story. You wish you could get rid of me off this podcast.
it'd probably be easy. I just quit. Well, I'd be getting rid of me off the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to get rid of you. Who would I do it with?
Thanks, Logan.
Myself? That's not a thing.
Bill Burr does it.
Does he?
Yeah. He talks, he just monologues. That's his
Well, that's
podcast.
not fun. You listen?
I have. It's pretty good.
Yeah. All right.
He only does it for like a half hour, though. So
Is it scripted or he just going?
I think he just like knows what he wants to talk about on that episode and then goes off.
Is it daily?
No, every Monday.
Oh, that's easy. I could come up with a show every Monday where it's just me.
All
But I
right.
like where we record more. I got a cat coming over here.
All right. Let's talk about Touched. Huh? Oh wow, that
Mm-hmm.
cat's cute. Um so this aired May 6th, 2003, and the number one song in America was Get Busy by Sean Paul. I didn't have time to listen to it. I'm sorry, but Sean Paul, you can imagine what it sounds like. All his songs sound like it probably sounds like that.
I didn't think that was super accurate, but this cat has no idea where it's going. It's gonna unplug my microphone, but we're just gonna keep going.
Thank you. All right. Some big music releases on this day, album releases. Think Tank by Blur. That was supposed to be their last album. They had broken up. Graham Coxon, the guitarist, had left the band, but they got back together years later, recorded a couple more albums. One of them really good, The Magic Whip. So, but Think Tank's all right. Welcome to the Monkey House by Dandy Warhols also came out. That had some big songs on it, including the song that would later be used as the Veronica Mars theme song.
Oh, cool.
Um, the number one movie in America was X2, X-Men United.
That's right.
And the number two movie in America, Counter Programming, Lizzie McGuire movie.
You didn't say the Lizzie McGuire movie? You just said Lizzie McGuire movie?
Well, I
That
guess
was
because
weird.
the show was Lizzie McGuire. I
Is it
think that
Lizzie
threw me off.
McGuire the movie or the Lizzie McGuire
I
movie?
think it's the Lizzie McGuire movie.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that was weird. You're often full title. You gotta say the full title, and then you leave out the, which I think is
Well,
crucial to the title.
yeah, I think I got all in my head about wanting to say X-Men United, and then I fucked up the next one.
Damn, that's tough. A little ahead of yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
You ever see
Uh,
Lizzie McGuire movie?
oh yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Hmm. I
She
think
has
we
a
did it
great.
for We Love Kids movies.
Oh,
So
I think you
might
guys
be a
did.
podcast on here about that.
Yeah, she has that great song in it. What's that song?
I don't know.
Lizzie McGuire movie song. Keep going.
All right. Well, let's talk about the episode. This is written by Rebecca Rand Kirshner, who's been with us since season 5, and this is her last episode of the series. She's
I
gonna go
think
on reboot 90210. What? What do you got?
uh was it like Star Trek? There was a character Rand this week.
What?
I was watching something. There was somebody Rand. It reminded me of Rand Kirshner.
Oh, huh.
I want to say it was
I
Star
don't.
Trek.
Might
I
have
didn't
been.
bring it up because it was about Buffy thing. I want to stop bringing things up that are
Yeah.
about different
You want the
podcasts.
shows to be contained.
Yeah, well, I don't. I don't give a shit, but it seems like you do. So
I just want the people who listen to the shows to get all the jokes.
I want them to have to listen to every show to get the jokes.
That
Like, damn, I don't
feels.
get the joke. I got to listen to Buffy's Angels now
Oh, so that's
to
like a way
understand all the
of promoting
jokes
Buffy's Angels.
a
I'll
little
get
bit.
that joke if I listen to Buffy's Angels.
Yeah, I don't know which episode, but so I got to listen to them all.
Yeah, yeah. All right, this one's
Strategy.
directed by David Solomon. He was a big Buffy director. This is his last episode. Do you want to go through his episodes like last week?
Oh, this is on Buffy?
Yeah,
Yeah, we can do that. Keep talking for 1 second. Let me pull it up.
yeah. He became like a real go-to guy by the end of it. I think he directed the finale last year because Whedon wasn't around.
Damn.
Yeah, but and he directed the premiere this year.
Okay. Well, here are his 19 episodes. So season What's My Line Part 1 was his first
Oh, all
episode.
the way back there. What's my line? Part one. Okay,
That's the only one that season. Season 3, The Prom. Was that
classic.
was that the one where she gets the thing?
The Class Protector Award.
I got that confused with a different one. Are there two dance episodes?
There's
Oh,
Homecoming.
Homecoming, right.
That one's Slayer
That's
Fest
her and
98.
Cordelia in the limo.
Yeah.
Season 4, Beer Bad, one of the worst
Oh,
episodes.
horrible.
Goodbye, Iowa. Probably not his fault. And Where the Wild Things Are, another one of the
Another bad
lesser.
one. What the fuck, Solomon? How did this guy get such a rep?
But he didn't write this line, Big Honkin' Castle, but he did direct Buffy versus Dracula. So
All
that's
right.
pretty good. No Place Like Home,
That's
Listening
a
to
good one.
Fear, The Weight of the
Yeah.
World. So pretty good there.
Yeah. Good season 5.
Season 6, Afterlife, All the Way, Wrecked. I remember not liking that one so much. Hell's Bells and Villains. So pretty
Okay.
good showing there. And then season 7, Lessons, Selfless, Never Leave Me, The Killer in Me, Touched. and that's
Okay.
David
All
Solomon.
right, David Solomon. He was a working director.
Yeah,
And let's get into it. What are your thoughts on Touch? Take us through the app.
I'd say the the prom or Buffy versus Dracula, or those are probably my favorites of his. Or maybe Hell's Bells. I like that one. I think you don't like that as much as me, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, what did I have on this? We're arguing. Like Buffy left, and the potentials are all arguing, and the power goes out. By the way, I have a complaint. Why did like six of the potentials look like they're 35 years old? Did you notice this? Especially
No,
later in the scene where like Andrew is like, "You're welcome, Faith. Back to you." Like they're in the living room talking. You can see a lot of the potentials in there. Like the power's back on at that point,
I do
and
kind
they're
of
old
think
as hell. Some of them.
I'm not sure that's true. I
I'll send
think
you
like
screenshots afterward.
I
I swear.
okay, please do. But I also think that makeup at this time in history was really bad, and women looked older than they were. Like
That's probably
Danya
true.
Ramirez is in this episode. She's sort of like I guess she's black, or I guess she's Latina. Ramirez is her last name, but she has a couple of lines, and she's on Heroes like 5 years later, and I swear to God, she looks younger on Heroes than she does in this episode of Buffy.
I get what you're saying, but I'll send you some pictures and you let me know what you
Okay.
think. But they were old, super old. Anyway, Faith has a funny line. I understand you guys are wicked stressed. I enjoyed that one.
Mm.
Um, Vi,
She's from Massachusetts.
is she?
Yeah.
I note about Vi. You know Vi, the redhead,
Felicia Day.
short redhead. I think she. Maybe I've said this before. Maybe I've just been thinking it for a while. She looks like the seed of Chucky. What do you think about
What?
this? You know the seed of Chucky?
Well,
She
here's
looks
the
like the
thing.
seed of Chucky.
I've never been horny for the seed of Chucky, and I've for sure been
I would have
horny
thought
for
for
Felicia
sure you've jacked into the
Day.
seed of Chucky
Stop it.
at least once. Okay, so well, Felicia, she's a human, and the seed of Chucky was not human. Maybe that's why. But they can still
Maybe
look similar.
I don't see it,
But then again, I've
and I also never want to see it.
oh, okay.
I hope I never see it.
But Jennifer Tilly looks like her dummy, her
Yeah,
doll.
I know.
They do look. Anyway, let's check it out, guys. By the way, is Rona not in this episode?
Oh yeah, I didn't see Rona.
She had like that big moment last week where she's like, I forgot the line, but where Dawn got
Ding
mad at
dong,
her.
the witch is dead.
I expected her here but no, she's not. I don't even see her as like anything. She's
Yeah,
not
she
in this
wasn't
episode.
around. Kennedy was there to pick up the annoying slack, though.
Mm. And the horny slack. Well, Rona's never horny. But anyway, we'll get to all that stuff. We go over our rogues gallery. Who do we got to worry about? Caleb and all those guys. We mentioned the bringer. I forgot about the bringers, but we're like, oh yeah, go figure out the bringers. So that's our plan. We use Kennedy as like bait, and then she's like, I didn't want to be used as bait. Oh, never mind. I was gonna make a terrible joke.
I'd like to hear it.
It was like a bait, master bait.
I
Like
assumed it was something
like
like that.
Willow was gonna use her as bait later.
Great, great.
Something like that. And I couldn't really figure it out in my head. But we
Oh,
saw
my mic went out. My mic went
oh
out.
shit. I don't know if mine is. My cat was all over my cords over here. No, we're still good to go. Uh but we're on the back of Spike's hog, as Andrew puts it later in the episode, which I enjoyed. We rode on Spike's hog. And they have a nice moment together. I think. Andrew's trying to bond. Spike's not really having it. But we Buffy goes off and she kicks this man out of his house and she takes it for the night or 2 nights, maybe.
Yeah. Hey, my mic came back on.
Hey.
Yeah. I like the part where Spike and Andrew are playing I Spy, and I Spy something that starts with the letter T. Tapestry. It's the only thing in here.
Yeah. Damn. Is he the
Yeah.
one playing the game in the car, Andrew? In
Yeah.
that episode?
He
He likes
likes
games.
games.
And then he tried doing rock, paper, scissors. I'll
Mm-hmm.
just do any game. That's not a
Yeah.
fun game. Rock, paper, scissors. I don't
We
think.
used to do it in band in high school. We used to have rock, paper, scissors tournaments.
Oh, you know what's kind of a fun game? You ever do the game where you like hold up two fingers and then you like I'll do like point to one of your hands, and then if I have one finger and I point to this like one of your hands with one finger, then now you have 2 points. And now you have to decide you can point with me with two fingers or one finger. It's like you have to like you try to get their hand out. But if you have like four, then you can do like this, and then now you have two and two. You ever play that in school?
No.
Oh, it's like a fun little game. If you're like across the room from your friend, you can be like one, and you can like play the game with each other, like from
Oh.
across. If your teacher ever separated you, and then the teacher would get real mad, like I just separated you guys. That was a fun game. Let me know, guys. If you ever play? I don't know the name of it. I probably explained it terribly. You might have to be watching. But Faith says to Spike because they like get back at a certain point and they're like, "Where's Buffy at?" And Willow, that was a crazy lie. She was just gonna lie to Spike and be like, "She left on her own will. Nothing to see here." I didn't understand that. But Faith says to Spike, "Uh, save your lack of breath." I don't know how I felt about that line, but
Because he doesn't breathe.
Faith said it, yeah.
Mm.
And then they get in a big fight. I noted that Spike hit her first,
Okay.
like a Han Solo thing.
Right.
Maybe people like question that. Did Spike hit a girl? He swung first. So I just wanted to say that.
Spike's hit many girls over the course of this
Usually they're
series.
like vampires or something.
Or Slayers, which Faith
Oh, she's
is.
the Slayer.
Yeah.
Has he ever fought Buffy before?
Yes, many fucking times.
Okay, they've like come to blows. Well, they've
Yeah,
come
you
to
remember
blows
Spike was
before.
like a villain for the first like 3 seasons he
I
was
know,
on the
but were they
show.
actually like beating the shit out of each other? Or was he
Yes.
fighting Angel mostly?
No, he fought Buffy a lot.
Okay. Okay. Buffy has like super like Matrix powers now. She's like
Yeah.
dodging
I didn't love that
punches.
moment.
I didn't either. But I wanted to say though, as much as we complain about like the CGI on this show, I do think the action on Buffy is always cool.
Yeah,
Like
the
the
fight
CGI looks,
choreography is good.
yeah, but I'm always impressed by some of the fights and what they capture on camera. I'm always like, oh, that's pretty cool. But anyway, uh, and then weird mo Andrew starts like he is the bringer. He like starts speaking as the bringer. We like use his body to like speak through.
Right, right. The bringer is speaking through Andrew.
Pretty cool. He says, we tend to the needs of the infinite evil. We exterminate girls and destroy the legacy of the Slayer, build an arsenal beneath the dirt. Talking about the seal, I guess.
Yeah.
Xander's like,
Shouts
hey, go
out
back to that.
Caleb.
Yeah. And so
He says
we
Caleb's like the ruler, like he's their master.
yeah. We had a master once.
We did.
What was that syphilis episode? That was a good one. The Darla syphilis. Was that Darla? That was called Darla?
Yeah,
That was an
that's
episode of
on
Angel?
Angel. Yeah.
Uh, how did Spike find Buffy? He goes off into town and just like finds her in a house.
He starts sniffing. He
I
just
assumed that.
he senses her like Wolverine.
He didn't say that though.
But you can see it. Yeah, like there's this shot where he like walks out into the street and like takes a whiff of the air and then turns in a direction.
I didn't catch that, but
Mm-hmm.
great job by them. Yeah, I thought his explanation for like I can come in this house, it didn't make sense to me. I thought there
Well,
was an
no,
owner of the house.
not anymore. He's oh
She just
yeah, I
kicked him
guess
out.
yeah, like just now.
Like yeah, she's just
Yeah,
laying like
whatever.
napping in the bed. I was like, what? All right, but he explained it, so I gave up. And then we get the mayor. This was pretty cool. What's this
This is the
actor?
highlight
Harry
of the
Groiner?
yeah, this is the highlight of the episode for me to see Faith with the mayor again, even though it's just the first.
I don't
But
know.
all right, well, it
Spike's
doesn't
speech
have to
at
be
the
that
end.
you can't say you don't know about that. It was the highlight of the episode for me.
Oh yeah, I do know about that. You just said it.
Yeah,
I just
you could
disagree that it was my
right,
highlight. I
right.
should have said. My
That's
bad.
okay.
But yeah.
All right. Anyway, yeah, they have such an interesting dynamic, and they were able to recapture it here. Um,
She
and it's
said he was
something
like
you,
a dad.
he was. I mean, you
Closest she
forget
ever
how
had.
close they were. You
Yeah,
know,
I didn't forget.
he bought her a Nintendo and shit or a PlayStation or something.
Oh wow,
Um,
that's cool.
yeah, and so yeah, Harry Grainer gets one more appearance on Buffy before we go off into the good night.
That's cool. He was awesome. He looked like really thin, I thought though.
He has lost weight over the years.
Looking super thin. Is he still alive?
The actor, I think so.
Yeah.
I've seen
Mayor
him pop up
Richard
and shit.
Wilkins.
I remember he was in About
Yep, still
Schmidt,
going.
and that blew my mind. Like I
Well,
remember
oh
seeing
yeah, I
About
was
Schmidt
gonna
in theaters and going like, "It's the fucking mayor."
yeah, I did that too. And he was in wasn't he in Oppenheimer recently? I had the same reaction watching
Yeah, he
Oppenheimer.
was. He was.
But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, exact same. And we learned a few things about him. How do you feel about this take? Little Women, his favorite sister is Meg.
Well, we don't know if this is all real. Like,
You know, we're making up
because
facts.
he's the first.
You think the first is just making up bullshit though?
I don't know.
I
I
think he's
mean,
saying real stuff to try to convince her he's real.
maybe. I think that's an okay take for the mayor to have because he likes things very like neat and he married his own wife in like the late 1800s, so he probably believes in like traditional roles for wives.
Which one's Meg?
She that
Using the new
was
film.
I don't remember.
Oh, you don't remember? Okay.
Yeah, I'll look it up for you, buddy.
All right. We referenced that great episode where Faith got stabbed by Buffy in the stomach and then she fell on
Hmm.
that little
Meg was Emma Watson.
oh, that was gonna be my guess. I can't remember oh, Florence Pugh was the third one. Right. Uh I forget what that episode was called, but that's one of my favorite episodes ever,
It's
obviously.
graduation day, part one.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I like part two better. I remember that cliffhanger. It
they're
was so
both
cool.
amazing.
Yeah, you're actually right. Uh oh man, this I had a great joke set up. I don't know if I'm like in the mood to fully go through with it or not.
Why? Let's see what is this mood you're in? I can't podcast with you like this.
I don't know. I had a great joke set up. Well, it's not gonna work for you. It's more for the listeners. Okay. It's like an audio thing.
I'm not here.
Okay. But I was gonna set it up like this is me. This is Spike. If me and Spike were hanging out and I asked him which Brian De Palma movie he wanted to watch, but he didn't know the title to certain movies.
There's always casualties in war.
So that would be him like, well, there's always casualties in war. And then I would say it's
It's
casualties of
casualties up
war.
for.
Yeah, yeah. So that would be
Boy,
like,
that was the longest walk ever. That was like when Forrest Gump ran across the country.
well, that was a run, not a walk.
Fair.
We had to think about a really long walk. I can't think of that. I
You know,
thought it was
you know what they
funny.
call golf?
The longest walk?
A good walk spoiled.
Oh, by golf?
Yeah,
Damn. I think the Masters is going on right now. Is that golf?
is it?
Yeah, I think the
There used
Master.
we've seen the master before on the show.
Who was the Master? I'm forgetting. Oh wait,
You
that.
referenced him fucking 5 minutes
Wait, I was
ago.
thinking of somebody else. Isn't there not a? Oh, I was thinking Cordelia is also the Master. That's what's been confusing me. They kept calling Cordelia the
The
master of
Beast
the Beast
Master.
Master. Yeah, I was like, you can have two masters, but I'm sure you can. Spike. Oh, this is my favorite part of the episode. Yours was like I forgot what yours was. The mayor, and mine is all
Are
this
you
part.
even here?
I'm here. I'm fully listening to you. I've got a lot of notes going on because it's my duty to do the notes, you know?
All right.
And then, but he says to her, I've lived a long time, Buffy, but I've only been sure of one thing, and that's you. And I love you. And I'm not saying this for me, I'm saying this for you,
He says you're a hell of a woman, which
among
is the
many
same.
things.
It's the same thing that Riley says to her in season 6 when he leaves town.
Wow. That's
Gives her a little
crazy.
pep talk, calls her a hell of a woman.
That's crazy. They have the same line, literally.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. And then he says, I don't want to be this good looking and athletic, but we all have our crosses to bear. The lighthearted joke from Spike.
Yeah.
And Buffy wants to cuddle. She says, "Let's cuddle the night away, Spike." So that's what they do. And then freaking Wood shows up in Faith's room and they talk about the mayor and then they start doing it.
Yeah,
You
it's
want to
a
say her
big
line?
I don't remember.
Sure, it made you chuckle. She says, "Sounds retarded, but he was like a dad to me." That was her exact line about the
Yeah,
mayor.
yeah. And then when her move when she wants to get him to fuck her is she goes, "Is this out of line?" She she goes in for a kiss. Is this out of line? No, we can fuck. Uh, yeah, it's pretty hot. They have some good sex. Buffy and Spike just cuddle. I liked this because it's like last season Spike and Buffy were like having dirty sex while everybody else was just like trying to get along in life.
Hmm,
And now everybody else is fucking and they're just sort of like being there for each other, which
that's
is
nice.
it's nice. It shows an evolution. Willow and Kennedy fuck, which is the first lesbian sex scene on network TV in the history of
No,
television. Yes.
incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Did you catch it was wild. So she like really starts going in on Willow's neck there.
Yeah.
And I didn't know she had a tongue ring, Kennedy.
Oh, no one did.
Huge tongue ring.
I remember the first time I saw this, I was like, ooh,
It was
that was
wild.
so exciting.
That was crazy. Yeah. And they talk about one's a kite, one's the kite string.
You ever make out with a girl with a tongue ring? They like
No,
taste faintly of metal.
no. I never encountered a tongue ring before.
My sister has a tongue ring. She's not who I made out with, though.
I don't know. If it
I
was Alabama, if you were in
promise.
Alabama, I'd poke you a little harder
Well,
about that.
of course. Yeah.
But I believe you.
Thank you.
That is crazy. You just like you're always tasting like metal if you have a tongue ring.
A little bit. I mean,
Damn.
I don't know. Maybe they get used to it or something, but like when I'm like going in there, I'm tasting metal.
It tasted like how blood tastes.
Yeah.
Or is that
I made
iron?
I made out with a girl with a tongue ring and those like snake bite lip rings, you
Yeah.
know, and it was like there is so much metal going on.
Yeah.
And Logan, she also had pierced nipples. So it was like you couldn't escape the metal no matter where you went on her body.
How did she go through a metal detector?
That's a good question.
How do you go through a metal detector when you have
I
piercings
don't
like
know,
that?
man. It's like
Do you
fucking
just tell
Wolverine and
them?
his adamantium skeleton.
Yeah, how does he go? He probably avoids them. He just doesn't do it. He doesn't have to travel anywhere, you know?
No, there's scenes in X-Men comics where Wolverine's having a tough time at the airport.
He goes to the airport. They have their own little jet.
But it's not like they never have to take a real plane. Sometimes
I
their
thought they never.
jets
I thought that was a
totaled,
fact that they
bro.
never had to take a real plane. I just
This
thought that that
happens.
was true. My bad. Uh, yeah, that was awesome. And then cut to Xander and Anya. They're like, "Hey, keep it down here. We're trying to eat."
Oh yeah, they fuck too in
And
the
then cut to
kitchen.
them down on the
Can
floor.
you imagine fucking in that? There's like 17 people in that house,
What do you mean? They
and
probably
you're just.
clean it like once a day, once every
I'm
other
not
day.
saying it's not a hygiene issue. I'm saying anyone could walk in at any moment.
Yeah, I questioned like, does everyone just sleep there?
There's
I
no
guess
even
so.
doors on that kitchen.
No doors on the kitchen. Are there just like a lot of people piled in the basement? They sleep on
Yeah,
like
yeah, we've seen them.
pallets on the.
Hmm
Yeah.
I
All
think
right.
some of them are in the living room.
And a
Kennedy's
few
up in
have
Willow's
bedrooms.
bed.
Faith has her
Yeah,
own room, it seemed like.
looked like Faith was sleeping in like Joyce's old room.
Oh, that's a good call. You're probably right about
Hmm
that. They were just fucking on Joyce's bed.
Yeah,
Wood. Wood. Speaking of wood, that's pretty good. All right. So yeah, they do it. And we cut to the I like this part where I mentioned earlier, sort of Faith. By the way, so weird hearing Faith say the name Andrew. That just seems so foreign in my brain to me. Faith
they're
talking
from
to
two
Andrew.
completely different eras of the show.
Yeah, she's like, "Thanks, good thinking, Andrew. Like that didn't register to me. And then but they're sort of snippy with each other, like they're trying to be nice, but he's like, yeah, no worries, Faith. It's a pleasure doing business with you. Back to you. Like he's sort of like not having it with her, but it's very
Mm.
funny. This is where I noted that the potentials look old as shit. Uh, and then we go to Caleb. So that's fun. And then now she has Matrix powers, dodges all of the stuff. We're in the sewers. Caleb says, "You whore." I like
Mm.
that moment. And she's like, "Boy, if we didn't know who you were, we'd think you were a real misogynist over here." And that makes him mad too. And then it ends where I didn't understand this. Buffy goes in the sewer. I thought they were in the same sewer. Are they in a different sewer? Buffy finds like a sword, and then the other girls are about to die.
Buffy is at the vineyard. All
Oh, of
right.
course. And
Buffy determines that Caleb is probably at the vineyard because he's hiding something that would help Buffy.
right.
And so she breaks into the vineyard and she does find this big weapon, which is a scythe. And the craziest thing about this weapon was it had been introduced previously in a comic book.
Hmm.
They Joss Whedon wrote an 8-issue Buffy miniseries at one point called Frey that was about a Slayer in the future, like the far future, and she used this weapon on that show. So it was like the first time I'd ever seen that where like a TV show brings in a plot point from like in sort of auxiliary, you know, multimedia thing.
Right. So you were excited for that.
It's just interesting.
Are we gonna learn that it's from something else? Or are they just not gonna mention that?
No, we're gonna talk about it next week and we're gonna learn like what it is and stuff. But like if you read the comics, like you already knew the stuff.
And you already were reading it at this time.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Um fucking
But the others, they encounter a
yeah,
bomb.
they encounter a bomb, a time bomb, and then that explodes, I guess.
You were at like 5, and then like, cut to credits.
And
So
you still hear it beeping.
yeah, fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't hear the explosion. I think Faith turned it off.
we'll see.
I think she's gonna grab Kennedy and shove her on the bomb so that it just explodes Kennedy. And
I hope so.
that'd be awesome. That's it. Where do we? Oh shit! I gotta get the ranking and all that shit. What do we do?
I don't know.
4?
I get this one a 3. I think it's kind of the weakest of these later season episodes. But I still like it.
Yeah, I liked it too. I put it between Empty Places and Dirty Girls the last few weeks.
No, well, I like those more than this one. Where bring me to like whichever's lower, Empty Places or Dirty Girls, and then like go down from there.
What goes Dirty Girls, then Empty Places, then Lies My Parents Told Me, Grave, The
I have
Replacement.
those all like back to back to back.
Yeah, me too. I think we
Hmm.
said like because of the faiths, it's all similar because of faith.
Hmm.
Dirty Girls, Empty Places, Lies My Parents Told Me, Grave, The Replacement, The Harsh Light of Day, The Freshman, Normal Again, Living Conditions, Band Candy, Bad Girls, Consequences, Storyteller, Forever, Lessons, The Yoko Factor, Seeing Red, Superstar, Revelations, Faith Open Trick, Beneath You, Two to Go, Choices, Checkpoint. Really? Buffy versus
Yeah.
Dracula, Intervention, Homecoming, Anne, The Pack, Afterlife, No Place Like Home, What's My Line 2, What's My Line 1, Out of Mind, Out of Sight, Amends, New Moon Rising, Into the Woods, As You Were, Family, A New Man.
All right. All right. All right. You could put this ahead of As You Were.
So between Into the Woods and As You Were.
Yeah.
So it's your new 75.
Okay.
Who was the MVP? I think Spike for me.
That's fair. The LVP for me, I want to go Kennedy. I find her really annoying in this episode, but she does have the tongue ring
That moment
so.
was so crazy to me.
Yeah.
I'd gotta go maybe Vi. Only because I was like, why do you
Jesus.
look like the seed of Chucky?
She doesn't. God.
Do we go Danya Ramirez? Didn't you say you didn't like her so much?
No, she's fine. She just looks older than she is. She's got like bad lip liner
Should we
on.
go Lisa Ann Cabasa?
Who's that?
She played injured girl. Apparently, someone was
I have
injured.
no fucking idea. I'm just gonna go with Kennedy.
Wasn't Jeff Probst's wife Lisa Ann something?
I don't know.
Didn't we just look her up? And she was. I remember that because the porn star Lisa Ann, right?
Oh yeah, sure.
Jeff Probst's wife name Lisa Ann Russell. So we got Lisa Ann Russell, then Lisa Ann, the porn star. Here we've got Lisa Ann.
You know
Cabasa.
Lisa Ann, man, she's old.
She's old, yeah. I know the oldies,
I guess so.
some of them. I mean, she's still going, probably, Lisa Ann.
You're probably right. Yeah, she was Sarah Palin, who's Nailing Palin.
Of course, that's her
Yeah.
most iconic role.
That's right.